YouTube.
Holy shit.
We are.
And we're live. Facebook, YouTube,
Yep, we on Instagram.
and Instagram's live. Cool.
Here we go. Instagram is live.
All right, wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. Welcome to another episode of the Mirabella Mindset. Today, we're talking about why you should quit drinking. Not technically everybody, I think everyone really should, but more or less it's about your habits and about how you function the next day after you do drink. And we talk about obviously being successful in a lot of these podcasts and a lot of these lives. And we talk about habits and being a better leader and a better owner and a better stylist. And I have to ask you, what purpose does alcohol serve into your life? And I don't drink anymore. Well, it wasn't because anything bad happened to me. It was funny because I was at a meeting this past weekend and people were asking me, why don't you drink? And it wasn't like I had a DWI or it wasn't like something happened in my life. It was the birth of my daughter. You know, having her around made me realize what kind of man I need to be, because I need to be the example for her so she knows what a man is, and is that type of man I want her to marry in her future, a sloppy drunk who can't really put words together and is hungover the next day, isn't really showing up for his family. And that's the realization that I had. That was the reason why I had quit. And then I started thinking about every aspect of my personal life and my business and why I haven't achieved the goals that I've really set out to achieve in my life. And a lot of it was because I was partying and there was no need for me to party. Like, what am I celebrating? I was celebrating no success or like really minuscule success, like these little minor achievements, but I knew I was destined to be greater. And the one variable in my life was the fact that I did like to party. I like to have fun. I like to go out. I like to celebrate. But why am I celebrating at mile 15 of the marathon when I have another 10 miles to go? And I think a lot of people, they use alcohol as a crutch. Obviously, it's a social thing. Like you go out, you celebrate over drinks. You meet a friend up for drinks. You have dinner, you always pair with wine. And it took me a while to realize that I didn't have to do that. Like I can go to dinner and not have that drink. And it wasn't like I wasn't getting up on time the next day. I still went to the gym. It just was I wasn't 100%. And you may never have a problem with anything like in terms of alcohol or drinking, but is that you saying that because you're still functioning at life? And are you getting all the things you want to get done throughout the day done and completed? Are you exactly where you want to be in life? And what are the things that are impairing you? Like negative mindset? Is it the friends? Is it the partying? Is it the drinking? And not just even alcohol. And I feel like cannabis is another thing that people do every single day because they think it's okay to do. And in reality, if you're not where you want to be at in life, I think any outside substance is hindering you from getting to your true potential. And that's just my opinion. So people ask me all the time about alcohol. So I'll give you, a little bit of my experiences that I've had. And I feel like in my past life, every time you have a good day at work, you go out for drinks. And then anytime you want to quit drinking, you might last the week, right? So you're going to be like, I'm going to quit drinking during the week. And then you go out on the weekend and then you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drinks throughout the weekend. Sunday football comes up, you're drinking beers, and that impairs you probably until Wednesday, to be honest with you. And I'm not talking like some of the kids out there who are watching that are under like 30, it doesn't really bother you because you can still get a lot done. But when you start getting to your late 30s and your 40s, those weekend binges that you have a great time partying really affect you up until Wednesday or Thursday. And then the weekend's here again, you start drinking, you forget about it. Not to mention the weight that you put on and how toxic it is for your body and your cognitive function, but there's really no benefit to any kind of alcoholic drink. You can accomplish so much more when you're not hungover. You could accomplish so much more when you're not under the influence because if you drink 5 or 6 drinks, it takes a while to get out of your system. And for me, it had to do with my daughter. It had to do with her birth, like I said before, and what kind of man I wanted to be for her to compare other people to, because I want to be the example of a man in her life and just being, sloppy and being drunk and God forbid something ever happened where I had to get into a car and drive her somewhere for an emergency. Would I be able to do that if I had a half a bottle of bourbon in me? And more than likely, no, I wouldn't be able to do it that safely. So if you're thinking you don't drink, but you only smoke at night to go to sleep, that's an excuse. So people use that glass of wine or that hit of cannabis or that whatever because they're using it as a crutch. Big, it helps me sleep at night. It calms me down. But what are you trying to calm down? What are you trying to hide with that? What are you not addressing by covering it up with that cannabis at night or that drink at night or that drink during the day or whatever the hell it is that you do? Like fix the problem first. Like if people can't get out of their own head, if people use the fact that cannabis is medicine, what are you taking the medicine for? Obviously, you take medicine for a reason. What are you trying to fix with it? What are you trying to solve with it? Why do you need that glass of wine at night? What are you running from? What are you hiding from? And if you say it's nothing, you just enjoy it, then if everything in life is perfect, then don't even worry about this live. You can end it right now. But if there's something in your life that you are not happy with, whether it's in your physical appearance, whether it's in your mental clarity, whether it's where your business is, whether it's what kind of parent you are, your relationship with your husband or your wife, I guarantee you that you can tie it an argument with your spouse to alcohol one way or another. And if you can't fix your relationship with yourself and you don't have a healthy relationship with alcohol, then maybe it's time to stop drinking it. Same thing with cannabis. I'm using those two interchangeably. The name of the podcast is obviously alcohol, but they both live in the same house. So we come from a society where drinking is acceptable and is social. And I have alcohol in my salon, to be honest with you. Like I've worked in salons where it was part of the culture of the salon and I can have it in there and not drink it. And there's team members of my team that can have the glass of wine, but I felt like it was stopping me from getting to my goal. So I ask you to think about your relationship with alcohol and is it stopping you from getting to a particular goal that you have? You might say no, but go 1 full year without drinking. 1 full year and see what happens to your life. So that's the live for today. James,
Nothing in the chat.
beautiful. So I wanted to kind of get that live out there because I think a lot of people have a poor relationship with alcohol and they think that they don't. And I guarantee you that if you look at any successful person on a really, really high level, on the largest of stages, they have a healthy relationship with alcohol. And it's not a matter of, you know, the one drink if you enjoy it. It's a matter of how you feel the next day. So anything that you do that impairs you the next day as well is something you should cut out of your life. So that's my take on alcohol. Uh, so that's it, you guys. James, nothing else in the chat.
Nothing.
No comments.
No comments.
So
Yeah, we have Jacqueline Redkin, normalize operating with a clear head. And she also said anti-casual alcoholism isn't anti-fun, it's pro-clarity.
yeah, I love that. That's a great addition to the conversation.
Frank Chirillo just put in the chat. I used to drink and smoke and use hard substances. The artificial courage excuse 6 months in after a few relapses. I don't crave those things anymore.
Congrats, Frank.
Kim Gunther, yes, so true. 2 years no alcohol.
Beautiful. Guys, weigh in. If you quit drinking or you stopped, you took a break, whatever it is, like let me hear it in the comments real quick. Weigh in on that. Because it took me so many times to say I'm gonna stop. Because how many times you wake up with a hangover and you're like, this is the last time I feel like shit. Or if you're sick, God, please, if you just let this go away, I'll never drink again. And you've told that lie to yourself. I so many times that's why it happened. But then you talk to people and you look at people who aren't at a certain level of success in their life, and that's the one thing. It just breaks everything down in them. James, anything else going on in the comments?
Nope.
All right, beautiful guys. Guys, thanks for weighing in on that. Yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys because everyone asked me why I don't drink anymore. It wasn't because I got into an accident or anything catastrophic happened in my life. Thank God, knock on wood. It was just that I look back on the history of my life. It was always connected to alcohol. I always would celebrate when I didn't deserve to celebrate. And that alcohol started really interfering with a lot of my life. And the icing on the cake was the birth of my daughter. So, guys, thanks for watching. Tomorrow's live is going to get pushed off from 12 to a different time. You'll get the alert on your phone. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.